marketing's about values. This is a very complicated world. It's a very noisy world. And we're not going to get a chance to get people to remember much about us. No company is. And so we have to be really clear on what we want them to know about us.
Sound, complex ambition. I'm just here to discuss a couple of things that were on my mind as far when it comes to everything that's been happening currently. When it comes to the Colin Kaepernick situation in Nike. First off, let me start the video with this little brief video right here.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Now what you guys just saw was a video of Steve Jobs, and this was his marketing scheme and advertisement that they had for the rollout of the Mac when it first came out. That right there is very similar to what happened now with Nike and Colin Kaepernick. Nike is celebrating, I believe, the 20th anniversary of the Just Do It campaign, tagging along with Colin Kaepernick. Now Colin Kaepernick is very controversial as far as him kneeling for the flag. Now me myself, I'm all for Colin Kaepernick. I'm all on his side. But obviously the world is always going to have this side A and side B to everything in life. So there's obviously people who are against it. And when it comes to a company, especially an apparel line, an athletic apparel line, if you're sitting in the room with this company's advertisement team and the marketing team, it's definitely a difficult decision to make, whether they were going to roll with this or not. And they rolled with it, man. During the NFL first game, they rolled the actual commercial.
So don't ask if your dreams are crazy. Ask if they're crazy enough.
Now me, I really see this as a very genius marketing and something that is very genuine. They should definitely do it, and they definitely have done it, and they should roll with it because of the fact, man, that it's something that definitely needed to be said. And I see it as definitely a monumental point as far as marketing goes, in the history of marketing and the history of apparel in general. It's really taken me a couple days to actually realize how impactful this really has been, because they're definitely going against the grain. You know, you can say they're targeting an audience, but it's not even about targeting an audience when it comes to this message. I believe that this is something that they had to do. Someone had to do it, and they did it. And according to them, they also have been paying him this whole time, and they just revealed it though. They never made it public until now. So like, he's always been a part of their Nike team, and they kept it going with him during all this array that's been happening. Now, playing devil's advocate, obviously, you have these people burning Nikes and
buy them our shoes. We stand with people who kneel for the national anthem. Well, sorry Nike, I've been buying you for the past 20 plus years. Not anymore.
All this stuff, because when it comes to this type of situation, it's almost like taking like a political stance. And when you're somewhat of the public eye, and especially a corporation that provides services and products to people that they wear on a daily basis, as Nike clothing apparel is, you don't want to kind of associate yourself with, let's say, if, for example, everything that's happening with Kanye, saying he supports Trump, not technically supports all his political aspects, but definitely just likes him as a guy. But if Adidas was to go and be on some Make America Great Again, then if you wear Adidas, do you support Trump? You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, if you wear Nikes, are you in supporting of kneeling for the flag? But I do believe that those that do support him, such as myself, I will double embrace Nike, and those who don't support it, they're gonna not embrace it, / hence videos, apropos videos, people burning their Nike apparel and the Nike shoes. But those decline in sales are gonna be equally balanced out by the people who already have Nikes. Now they're gonna double up on it, you know. So I think there's not a loss here, and even if there is a loss, because technically the stock and everything there's been a loss right now, but in the longevity aspect, genius marketing move. We have to think about what the youth represents. We can't be too conservative if we're business oriented when it comes to adapting with the times. We have to adapt with the times. The youth is speaking. The urban society, the minorities, we all represent that. There is a chance for us in this country, and we have to realize that, you know, this country, while it may seem as for us, is not always for us. It's technically not even our country. We stole it. You know what I'm saying? There's always a deeper level to everything in life, instead of the surface layer. But I do appreciate and respect everyone else's opinion. You know, we're all entitled to our opinion. That's why I had this video, is to open a discussion and to have people comment, you know what I'm saying, reach out to me on social media at It's a Vibe. It's definitely interesting though, and I connected with the Steve Jobs video because he's someone that I definitely look up to as far as marketing goes, and I have my own deep thoughts about these type of people when it comes to the Steve Jobs of the world, the Elon Musk of the world, the Kanye West of the world, and these people who just go against the grain. You know, it's something that I think we definitely need to do more of, you know, and I myself will definitely keep on educating myself and being a sponge to all this information, but I also try to apply it in the future to my own ideas. But thank you guys for definitely watching this. Man, I had a whole bunch to say, but I just want to get that point across, and hopefully you guys kind of connect. And even if you don't, this is fun. It's fun for me. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I read up on a lot of things every day. I love getting informed. It's almost like my guilty pleasure, and it's also beneficial to me, so I might as well make it my guilty pleasure, you know. It's my cigarette break, you know. That's what this is for me. Definitely take a step back and realize that this is a monumental time in history, a history in the making. And man, marketing is something very important in any business. But what would be your approach if you were Nike? You know, would you have done this? Would you have not done this? Me personally, I'm all for it. I go against the grain in my own little aspects and my own little things. I'm wearing a Hannah Montana shirt. Do I care? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? This is my form of going against the grain, in the sense that you just have to be confident with yourself and everything you represent. Man, Nike is, man, me personally, I love Adidas and I love everything they've been doing. And I'm a reseller of the clothing, so that means that I see the markets and I see the actual sales and I see the interest on a first-hand basis, you know. And it's definitely, I thought Nike was taking a decline when it came to the Jordan brand, you know, because we have to also realize that the foundation of all this reselling and all this attention hype is because of Nike's combination with Michael Jordan. They combined with Michael Jordan, and this was the first time ever that people were ever saying to themselves, oh my god, he's wearing this sneaker, I want to wear this sneaker. Now you have everyone saying this with every other sneaker. You know, latest has been the dad shoe trend, Balenciaga. That's the most relevant approach or connection I can make right now. But that wouldn't occur if there wouldn't have been no Michael Jordan and Nike teaming up. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely something that definitely needs to be highlighted. And Nike and they're like McDonald's. They're like Apple. They're these things that are just always on a steady incline, and even when they decline, they have enough funds and enough insurance to not worry much, you know. So for them to come out of nowhere, basically, because this was not promoted to be happening or sneak previewed, and take this stance is definitely very ballsy of them, and it's very something that should be very admired. So good job, Nike. I would say, you know, they own Converse. They have the Jordan brand, and they have many shoes being released. While we do have Adidas gearing up to do something sort of, because they have been announcing new advocates and ambassadors of the brand recently. The two most recently highlightable ones have been Childish Gambino and now Kylie Jenner. So that's something that they're definitely heading towards, you know. But as far as the product, I do definitely see that they need to gear up more silhouettes and more colorways and all that stuff when it comes to shoes. And apparel is always going to be classic for Adidas, but something more needed in a lifestyle aspect. I feel like Nike definitely represents a nice lifestyle aspect, and that's always something in marketing that's definitely a key point. When you connect with the actual audience and their actual daily basis and something on that level, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Represent something, even if it means, you know what I'm saying, putting your life at risk, basically. That's something strong. You know what I'm saying? We all should want to be like that. We all should want to be these people that, you know, and they tend to be minorities. MLKs of the world, Muhammad Ali's of the world, these people that go against the grain. And man, racism is always going to exist, and all these type of stereotyping and everything, but we have to also realize that we're all one. No one is better than anybody. Just like I made this video, you can do the same. Just like I made this video, someone else can make the same video on a bigger, broader scale. HD lights, they can do it on top of the Empire State Building. They can do it with the actual president. They can, you know what I'm saying, there's always someone quote-unquote better, quote-unquote less than. So who really is better or less than anybody? No one really is, you know. It's just a matter of making yourself heard and standing out from the pack, but never forgetting the pack, because your audience is that pack. But thank you guys for watching this, man. Subscribe, Complex Ambition. Follow me on my social media, or if you guys have something to say about my Hannah Montana shirt, keep their opinions to yourselves, you know, because at the end of the day, marketing.
Back on my feet, keep my sight focused on